snooze your alarm every Monday because you just can't get out of bed, this might be a sign of burnout and fatigue. This video will give you 3 approaches to begin your week mindfully, energized, and focused. My name is Simi Pothen. I am the owner and founder of Third Eye Fitness and Stream Yoga Now. I'm a registered yoga teacher. I got into yoga because I wanted to understand how stress impacts not just the physical body, but also the emotional and spiritual. The more I got into yoga, I started to feel better physically, but also I began to understand the true purpose, which is the union of the body, mind, and spirit. In collaboration with Santhigram, I'm very excited to bring you valuable content that can help you physically, emotionally, and spiritually through yoga and Ayurvedic tips. We will begin with chair yoga. Chair yoga is a practice you can do at any time. You can do it first thing in the morning after you wake up, or you can even practice this when you're at work, sitting in your chair at your desk. I will show you 5 postures that can help energize the body. So we will come to the edge of the chair, release our hands down on top of the thighs. Let's just take a moment to press the bottom of the feet on the floor. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. And gently close your eyes. Take a deep breath in through the nose. This time, exhale through the nose. One more deep breath in. Exhale. And you can stay and do this breath meditation for as long as you like, or you can come into the next posture. With an inhale, float the arms up, interlace the fingers except for the index fingers. Okay, as you exhale, lean to the left and take the gaze up towards the opposite direction. Inhale back to center. Exhale, lean to the other side, taking the gaze up. Nice side body stretch here. Inhale back to center. Exhale, you lean. Come back to center with an inhale. Exhale, you lean to the other side. Inhale, come back. Exhale, arms come down. So this is a nice side body stretch. You can do anywhere from 3 to 5 rounds. Just be sure to evenly do it on both sides. The next posture is the seated cat and cow. We interlace the fingers, take the hands towards the back, and as we inhale, we open up the chest, arch our backs. And as we exhale, we round through the back and bring the elbows towards each other. Inhale as we open up. Exhale as we round through the backs and then squeeze that belly towards the spine. Inhale. Exhale. And come back to center. And this posture also you can do anywhere from 3 to 5 cycles. Just remind yourself to move with the breath, the inhale and the exhale. The third posture I will show you today is to come to Tadasana with an inhale, which is the mountain pose. And as you exhale, you come down to chair pose. So as we inhale, we rise up, take the arms over the head, and as we exhale, we sit on the chair, or you can pretend to be sitting on the chair, and the arms come forward. Okay, so let's try this. Inhale, float the arms up, come to standing. Exhale, come back to seated, or just hover over the chair. Inhale, take the arms over the head. Exhale, chair pose. Inhale, exhale, and release. So that's a posture and movement that you can do anywhere from 3 to 5. You can even go all the way up to 10. It all depends on how comfortable you feel when you're doing these postures. So now that we have warmed up and you may be experiencing some heat in the body, let's begin to stretch the lower body. So we will stretch our hamstrings. We will come onto the heel of the left foot. So from the side, it would look like this. Once we do that, we will begin to lean from the chest and then release the chest down on top of the thigh. And immediately as you come forward, you begin to notice a nice stretch in your hamstring. Okay. So let's move, synchronize the movement with the breath. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, begin to reach forward, leading from the chest, and then go as far down as possible and comfortable. And then just release here. Release the chin and down towards the chest if that's comfortable, or you can just take the gaze towards the toes, the floor, and hold here for 3 to 5 breaths. And when you're done holding, or completing 3 to 5 breaths, you inhale, float the arms back up. Exhale, arms come down. And you do the same on the other side. So if you held 3 to 5 breaths on your left leg, be sure to hold the same on the other leg. Now let's open up our hips. So we bring the right ankle and place it on top of the left thigh. And we begin to do the same movement. We are leaning from the chest, or leading from the chest, and then we begin to release into the posture. So immediately you feel a nice opening in your hip. So we inhale, and as we exhale, leading from the chest, you allow the chest to come forward and down. And we hold here anywhere from 3 to 5 breaths, or longer if it's comfortable for you. And with an inhale, we rise back up. Exhale, the foot comes down. And we do the same on the other side. Hope these postures and movements help you feel energized and focused throughout the day. Next, we have doctors from Mahanasa offering you Ayurvedic tips to lead a healthy lifestyle.
Hi, I'm Dr. Archana from Mahanasa Ayurveda. I'm a general physician and also a dietitian. Mahanasa believes in food as medicine, and also that food has to be tasty and of course healthy. 1 month back, we had an online consultation. A female who is 38-year-old, she called us and complained about insomnia, neck pain and fatigue. When we took her history, we could see that she was losing her concentration and also she was getting irritated very fast. She was a teacher by profession, and as we all know, since the pandemic, all the classes are going online. It's an online video classes. And after her detailed history, we could make out that she had the symptoms of Zoom fatigue. Today, we will give you more information about Zoom fatigue and how to overcome it through diet and lifestyle. Zoom fatigue is a name given for virtual fatigue. Video calls, conference calls were all common, but due to this pandemic, it's been increased. The virtual space in our life has been more. And prolonged video chats like Zoom, Skype, Teams, or whichever online video conference, it is extremely hard on the brain. So, what are the symptoms, or how does it act, this Zoom fatigue? When it comes to that, then the reasons for Zoom fatigue is, first one is high cognitive demand. The amount of eye contact increases in a video conference than in a real life. It might be due to the screen size or many faces on the screen, or due to gazing at our own face frequently. And apart from that, our vision, that is the distance between the screen and the eye contact, is also very short. This will cause a high cognitive demand. And another one is the balancing work at home. This is the biggest challenge task, because balancing the noise at home or the people present along with the official meetings becomes challenging for even the brain to handle those situations. So these challenges will cause this Zoom fatigue. What are the symptoms? What are the symptoms of Zoom fatigue? When it comes to that, it is highly irritable, lack of concentration, then insomnia, neck pain, fatigue. All this we can see as a symptoms in this Zoom fatigue. What are the requirements? Then how can we come out of this Zoom fatigue? First thing is the visual health. As our eye is in more contact with the screen, so visual health comes the first preference, and we have to concentrate more on our eye health. To overcome the strain, the stress what the brain has been involving, that has to be overcome, and that can also be happen through our diet and lifestyle. So these requirements, how to fulfill these requirements? When it comes to that, first thing is to change our lifestyle habits. In our lifestyle, eye exercise. Eye exercise is a major requirement, and this has to be done twice daily. At least 10 to 15 minutes in the morning and 10 to 15 minutes in the evening. This is very much required, as the major sense organs involved here is the eye, and it is more damaging to the eye contact lens through the screen. So eye exercise has to be done twice daily. So what can be done? What can be done to overcome through the diet? First thing, before meeting, like before any like Zoom or Team or any video call meeting, you see that you have a citrus fruit or a citrus drink. It can be a lemon or a kiwi or orange or any other citrus fruit. Why the citrus fruit? Why not any other? When it comes, citrus fruit has sour taste. Sour taste increases the mind alertness, and this is required for better concentration and grasping ability. So sour taste, that is citrus fruit or a juice, citrus juice would be the best option to alert the mind, at the same time not to cause addiction or not to feel as drowsy. If the meetings, that is online video calls, is for a longer time, if it is for more than an hour, in such a case, only the initial citrus fruit may not help, because after an hour, the brain will get exhausted. So during the meeting, in such a case, like if you already know that the meeting will be for a prolonged time, then keep a warm cumin water ready to drink in between. It helps in producing serotonin hormone. Serotonin hormone is also called happy hormone, which is required to keep our mood in balance. And this hormone is found in stomach and intestine, and also in the brain. So to increase this hormone, drinking a warm cumin water in between the meeting would be highly beneficial. Then at the end of the meeting, usually like if we don't know this diet pattern, we end up after the meeting eating some salted chips or some junk foods or some sweets, which will definitely cause us to one or the other diseases, and it will not help us in getting us a proper nutrition also. After the meeting, diet is also very much required, because after high exhaustion of the brain, rejuvenating the cells is most important, and this rejuvenating can be best happened with the glass of milk. Adding a pinch of turmeric to this glass of milk will also helps to increase the mood and also to increase memory in the adults. If you are a vegan, you can alternate the milk with the coconut milk or the almond milk. That is an option. But If your meeting is not for a prolonged hours, it might be for 20 minutes or half an hour. In such a case, you always see that you take either coconut or almond milk with turmeric, as you have already taken the citrus fruit initially, and within half an hour if you take a cow milk, then it leads to the incompatibility, which leads to again free radicals and others. So if it is a short duration, see that you have coconut or almond milk, or even you can avoid. If you're feeling better, you can just have a cumin water. But if it is a prolonged meeting, initially you have a citrus fruit or a drink, in between have a glass of cumin water, and at the end you see that you have a turmeric latte. So by following these diet and lifestyle, definitely you can overcome the Zoom fatigue and you will be more energetic. But as mentioned, please do not forget to do the eye exercise twice daily. So today we will end this topic and we will be back in next episode with new topic and more information. Thank you.
Next, we have doctors from Santhigram who will be sharing why yoga and Ayurveda are extremely important to leading a healthy lifestyle.
Welcome to one and all. Let me introduce myself. I'm Dr. Shamita, CMO of Santhigram Wellness Ayurveda. And here I'm to tell you about most relevant topic nowadays, that is fatigue and burnout. In this pandemic time, this topic has got very much importance because regardless of age, most of the people in our world are spending the most of the time in front of televisions, laptops, mobile phones as a part of the education, work, or else. Have you ever logged out of your last Zoom meeting for the day and found yourself completely drained out? Is it so? Then no worries, you are not alone. There are several people facing the same problem who are in front of the laptop or mobile phones for the past few months. As I already mentioned, for the purpose of this study or education or work or else. It is something or it is nothing, but we felt exhausted or burnout because of the virtual meetings or classes or else. And the first question about this, how can we assess or how can we understand whether we are in the stage of burnout and all? The main symptoms are, first one, the forgetfulness of difficulty concentration of the topic, and second one, the frustration or irritability with our co-workers. And have you ever faced difficulty in maintaining a relationship during this time when you're spending with laptops or mobiles for the purpose of, as I already mentioned, for the purpose of study, education, etc. as during these virtual meetings? And have you ever felt any physical symptoms like muscular tension, fatigue, pain, insomnia, like this? And these are the symptoms of burnout or over burnout because of the virtual meetings and all. And Zoom fatigue also having similar signs or symptoms, but the primary difference is that the Zoom fatigue is actually one of the reasons behind burnout. And let's go through the signs and symptoms of Zoom fatigue. First one, are you a person who avoids or cancels or reschedule your video conference meeting? And second one, have you ever noticed that after a meeting you are incredibly tense or tired? And has switching to Zoom meetings impaired your ability to do multitask or hamper your way of doing or handling your responsibilities? So these are the symptoms of Zoom fatigue. Are you having any symptoms I mentioned above or previously? That's me. You are in the stage of Zoom fatigue. Let's discuss what are the reasons of Zoom fatigue. The most important among them are, first one, you have to work harder to read people's facial expression while you are in a meeting, or you have to decode the tone or expressions through a computer screen. So it makes too harder for in a virtual meeting rather than in a direct meeting. And even though it is something you consciously realize, it takes more effort to have conversations through Zoom than which is compared to a real life meeting. And when engaging in such interaction, folks need to create the illusion of eye contact while also mentally processing the verbal communication. Now, we discussed about the cause, signs and symptoms of Zoom fatigue and over burnout. Now we have to go through the most important part, that is how can we overcome this situation. There are I point out certain points which will help you in future to overcome the Zoom fatigue, because as we all know, we are in a pandemic period. We have to be in Zoom meeting or virtual meetings for next for coming months or else. So we have to take measures to overcome this situation. The first one, if possible, turn off your video. It will help to avoid more strain while looking on your video as well as on your Fox video, and which makes conscious about your looks and all. Second one, the scheduled meeting will help to avoid tensions or reduce your adrenaline surge. And point 3, take proper rest, and if it is possible, start or just go for 10 steps or else in every 30 minutes. It will help you as refreshed and also help to avoid back pains and related problems. The fourth one, blink your eyes frequently. It will help you. It will help your eyes to be hydrated. Otherwise, it will create a lot of unhealthy issues to your eyes, like dry eye symptoms and all. These dry eye symptoms are very common for elderly people, but now it's too common even in children because of the over usage of the mobile phones and all. And the fifth point, for taking care of your eyes, I already mentioned there are a lot of problems may arise for your eyes because of these virtual meetings and over usage of laptops or mobile phones. So it is better to consume Triphala Churna, that is 1 teaspoon of Triphala Churna with honey at your bedtime. And 6, the sleep. Sleep also having a vital role here. That is proper sleep to be needed to avoid Zoom fatigue and burnout feeling. And it will gives you energy and feel of relaxation. And once you got a good sleep, next day morning for sure your quality of presentation will be too good. You may experience that. And the 7th one, have you ever miss your food for this virtual meeting? So never do that. For that, schedule meeting accordingly. Never schedule a meeting just before your food time. Sometimes we all know the meeting may prolong because of some sort of problems, or we have to discuss more or else. So there's a chance to get meeting prolonged. It will create unhealthy issues in future like loss of appetite, gastritis, etc. So please avoid these. And 8th one, the last but not the least, the oil massage. Oil massage will give you a relaxed feeling. So do oil massage daily if possible before going to bath. Especially massage over your foot and your scalp. It will give you good sleep and relaxation. And if it is possible, do massage over your ear pinna also. It also gives a more relaxed feeling. Okay, just remember to take care of health. Then only you can be more productive in your work and you can overcome the Zoom fatigue and burnout feeling. Thank you.
We hope you enjoyed this episode on Monday Morning Mindfulness. Subscribe to our channel if you wish to master your health with Ayurveda. You will receive valuable health tips from us every Monday to give you the best possible start into the week.